Good morning to all. My name is Renhashri. It is the continuous video for the subject called Programming in C. We are entering into the second topic called Input and Output Functions. In computer fundamentals, we have seen the input and output functions as mouse, keyboard, CPU, computer, monitor, etc. But in programming in C, what are the input and output functions? We are going to see its types, its syntax, and also some example programs for these input and output functions in programming in C. Input and output functions. Input and output functions. We can classify these input as 3 types and output has 3 types. These 3 types we have already seen in the programs also. The input functions are named as scanf, getchar, gets, and it should be ended with the bracket. The output functions are named as printf, putchar, puts, just the opposite to this input functions. These words I think we will be familiar as we have already seen 2 programs of C language. So what are the functions of these input and output functions? What is its syntax? How it's used in a program? We will see everything one by one. As like in the previous topic, control statements, we just differentiated and studied while, do while. Likewise, here also we are going to differentiate it and we are going to learn it. It means first I am getting a getchar in the input side. It means then I will differentiate with the output side called putchar. So while differentiating and studying, it will be much easier to understand the concept. Before learning the syntax for this getchar and putchar, I will explain what is this getchar and putchar means. This getchar is called, it's an input function, right? So this getchar function is, it gets any numeric values or any numbers from the user and it transfers that values into the computer. So that is the work of this getchar as it is an input function. Second is putchar. It is an output function. It works as, it displays the characters and all the strings or arrays, anything from the computer to the user. So that is the work of this putchar. Single character input getchar. The getchar syntax is character variable. Character, why I am mentioning is, it is called the data type. We have learned many data types in our earlier school stages. Int data type, character data type, float data type, likewise. So here we are using the data type called character, and for that data type I am declaring a variable. So that is what mentioned in the syntax. Character variable is equal to getchar semicolon. It is called the previously declared variable. Next we are going to see the syntax for single character output putchar. Putchar, it means this character variable should be inside that bracket. As we produce the output, we display from this character variable, from the input. So it should be inside the bracket with a semicolon. So these were the basic syntax of this getchar and putchar. Now we will see a simple program for these getchar and putchar. As it is a C program, we will include the header files called #include stdio.h called standard input and output functions. Another header file is #include conio.h. Now I am opening my execution main function, void main, curly braces as open. As I already said, is this program implies the syntax also. So as in syntax we use the character data type, here character. Its short form keyword is char, char, and a variable is declared x semicolon. Next comes the printf statement. I am entering a single character. It will be displayed in the output. Then this variable that x is equal to, here I am using that, that's why I highlighted the word getChar and putChar, as I have used these two concepts inside this program. So here I have that character variable. I have the character, its variable is x, that is equal to getChar. So now you can see it implies the syntax. The syntax is the basic thing that we need to apply in a program. Another printf statement comes. After entering a single character in the output, I have to find the equivalent uppercase for that output. It means if I have the single character output, the small b means the uppercase will be capital B. So another printf statement here comes. The equivalent uppercase I need, semicolon. So here another, again I am going to use the, so it must display it. I have now given the input. Now it's going to display it. So I must use the putChar in this time. So here putChar, inside the bracket I am giving the uppercase variable name called toUpper. Inside the bracket I have the variable what we declared here, x, semicolon, getCH, semicolon. Now the output will be this printf statement appears. Enter a single character, small b means the equivalent uppercase will be, the capital B will be displayed in the output. Next we are going to see the scanf and printf statements. What is the scanf and printf? It's entering input data, and this is displaying the output data. It is a very familiar words we have used in the C programs as well as, but in the C++ programs we use C in and C out. So it is the opposite in C, printf and scanf. So the syntax for the scanf is scanf, bracket, double quotes, there comes control strings, comma, ampersand, it's called inverted S, ampersand argument 1, comma, ampersand argument 2, semicolon. And this ampersand symbol represents the address of the variable, to get the address of the variable which the user has given, that should be transferred to the computer. So for that purpose this ampersand symbol is amplified here. Next is printf statement syntax. Printf, the same, control strings, but here we don't use any ampersand symbol because we are displaying the output. So as we already got the variables, values, everything, we are just giving the arguments alone, semicolon. And a small example program also here comes. C program, hash include stdio.h, conio.h, void main. I am using int data type and 3 variables I am using, A, B and C, semicolon. And I am clearing my screen. Next printf statement comes. I am going to enter the values for only A and B in printf statement. It means in scanf statement, as it is an int data type, I am using the %d 2 times because there are 2 variables, A and B. So I am using this %d 2 times. And as it is a scanf statement, I have to get the values of address from this A and B. So I am using this ampersand symbol, ampersand A, comma, ampersand B. And now you can see this will be similar to the syntax. So that is the thing here. This syntax represents that how we are going to represent it in a program. So that it tells this syntax. And this printf statement also we can see. Next, this C variable is there remaining. So in this C variable I am going to store the values that is added between this A and B. The sum of these A and B is stored. That value answer is stored in this variable called C. So next, after adding this, I have to display that answer. So for that I am giving another printf statement, that is result is equal to %d, comma, and this result answer where I am going to get it from, the variable C. So I have given here C, semicolon, getCH. So now my output will be, first this printf statement appears, enter A and B. If I am given both for A and B the values 20, 20 means my result will be equal to 40. Next we are going to see the last of these called getS and putS functions. This getS and putS functions are used to, getS means it is used to input a string. put test means it is used to output a string. The same as like we are going to input not any numerical value, it's a type of words where we will input in a string. Like string types, it should be enclosed within double quotes, like with the help of the printf statements. So that is the work of this getters and putters. We will see the syntax and example program for this getters and putters function. The syntax for this getters and putters function is very simple. This getters and putters should be first. Inside the brackets, we will here use character array. We are not using as like in printf or scanf, getchar and putchar character variable. Here we are using character array semicolon. That's all the syntax for this getters and putters. And the example program for this getters and putters is include stdio.h, conio.h, void main, that character, string. As I said, this getters and putters is to input and output a string. So that string in an array I have told. So what is mean by array? Array means it is represented in this square bracket symbol, and this inside the square bracket I can give any number that the string should contain. The number of words the string should contain, number of letters in the word the string maximum can contain. So as I am here using this array, inside that I am here giving 80 semicolon. Next in that printf statement, as like that's why I have highlighted here. In this printf statement I am going to enter the text. And note another thing, I am not using any scanf statement after this printf statement, as because this getters and putters itself acts like scanf and a printf also. So in this printf statement, if I am using enter text, it means next the getter statement, in that I am going to give inside the bracket string. Another printf statement is the text is, it will be printed in the output, displayed in the output. Then the putter statement is string getch. As you see my output, you can get a clear understand. First the printf statement appears, enter text. I have given C program like a word. Next printf, the text is C program. So that's also very simple, but you have to understand it clearly. What it represents, why we are using here array, as we are going to enter a string, the words number of it contains. So we are using here array. Now we are going to see the definitions for arrays and strings. Here we see arrays definition. What is arrays? It is a kind of data which is used to store a fixed sequence of elements of same type. An array is used to store collection of variables of same type. This square bracket symbol is the symbol used to store collection of elements in arrays. Means it's a kind of data which I am going to store a fixed sequence of elements of same type. Means inside that square bracket I am going to store a fixed sequence of elements. So it is a collection of variables. It can be variables or numbers, as we have seen in our previous program. I stored in that program I stored a string in the square bracket 80. Means I am storing a collection of variables, a collection of string words inside this square bracket. So that is called arrays. And this symbol, this square bracket symbol, is used to store those collection of elements in an arrays. So what is array? It is a kind of data which is used to store a fixed sequence of elements of same type. An array is used to store collection of variables of same type. So the square bracket symbol is the symbol used to store collection of elements in array. Next definition is strings. What is strings? Strings is anything that is enclosed within double quotes, and it contains a set of characters, and it can be represented as one-dimensional array also. So any word, any set of characters that is enclosed with the double quotes, then that is called as strings. For instance, I am giving an example. If in this double quotes I am giving computer, then the set of characters that is enclosed in these double quotes. This is called strings.